Okay, so this thing is like in the back of Lowe's in the backwood section. That it's like a shelf holder thing. The rounded wood piece. I think it was like $10. Thing's worth its weight in gold because you can use it as like a jack stand for building things and hold things at different heights because it's actually 2 different dimensions. And it'll even sit on the roly-poly way and hold things up like a triangle. But anyway, the point is, what are we doing here? Okay, so we still got the board in place to just see what we're doing. And I've got a slight backward shift tilt to this so that as it extends, it actually brings the whole bed towards the back of the van, which gives just a little bit of a gap away from the seat as it extends. Granted, you're probably gonna have to slide the seat forward to slide this thing across. It's not in the final position yet. I'm just kind of getting a ballpark idea here how this is all gonna work, what kind of spacing I'm gonna have. I still have plenty of space for the board. As you can see, the kite surf board, I could technically move this thing over closer to the board if I were to go higher with it because, I mean, you can see there's clearance, right? So if this thing's up higher than the board, but anyway, that switch is right there. That's where you got to reach in to flip the switch up. And nothing's bolted on yet. You know, this thing isn't bolted onto the bed yet. It's just getting a feel for where it's going to go. Hindsight now, I'm almost wishing I hadn't cut that metal piece off because I'm realizing that metal piece could have gone into that area right there, which I didn't really think about before. I mean, I did, but I just didn't think it was going to work. But now hindsight, now that I know that, anyway. I think where it's at's good because ultimately I'm going to end up putting a slider over there against that wall in a vertical orientation. And I'm going to end up putting 2 different screw style actuators that can lift and lower. And it'll slide up and down that slider over there on the wall is what I'm thinking. And then there will be a second slider that it slides up and down on that's mounted to the battery. Okay, then that's the front forward backward orientation of the slide. Okay, if I end up putting a second battery in here, then I'd mount the other slider over here closer to this other battery, closer to this edge. But the point is, the sliders will keep it from moving side to side and allow it to go up and down. So you put 2 more sliders in, and then that would be that. Just something to think about. That's how you would go about doing that. I'm not gonna mess with that right now. I just wanna get this laid out and done and tested, because if I go back in to put the sliders in, I want to know what works and what doesn't work about this. So right now it has the side-to-side slider. It doesn't have the up and down slider and the screw style actuators. So, all right, see ya.